Vicious circle. In this world where problems multiply with time, it seems that people have less patience than in previous times. It is not unusual to see a particular individual walking around with a mournful face, head down and kicking cans like a sad character from a cartoon magazine. Without a doubt, he is expressing his bitterness, and perhaps with absolute reason, if he suspects some injustice or that there is something threatening to his well-being. The problem begins when that bitterness becomes habitual and turns into anger, because in a further step, it becomes depression. But is there always a logical reason to get angry? Or do we simply use that emotion for ulterior purposes? Anger is a natural and beneficial emotion, since it helps us react to an injustice, but anger causes a physiological revolution to take place. Blood pressure increases, muscles tense, generating the desire to get rid of the real or supposed intimidation, and the brain produces several hormones, such as adrenaline and cortisol, to prepare for the confrontation. Obviously, permanent somatic convulsion is detrimental to the health of the affected person, and in this context, anger becomes a feeling of self-destruction. Why, then, is it so difficult to get rid of this emotion? Simply because we use it as a defense mechanism. Although it may seem untrue, when we go through difficult times and see no light at the other end of the tunnel, we often get angry unconsciously because in that state we feel protected and in apparent control of the problems that had us distressed. In other words, we get angry to replace emotional pain with a feeling that over time can be dangerous. But that gives us instant relief. The angry person distracts himself from the intolerable suffering and thinks more about a supposed revenge or hatred of the people or events that caused him the initial anxiety. At this point, he hides from reality, and therefore, from the responsibility of facing the difficulty that made him feel so helpless. The person goes from a state of weakness, anxiety, and sensitivity to a supposed state of security, superiority, and reason, where anger is justified. As a consequence, a vicious circle is often produced, and the disturbed person unintentionally falls into the same trap again every time he considers a problem as intolerable. In conclusion, anger is a natural feeling that helps us confront and defend ourselves from injustice. However, maintaining this irritating state for a long time is not only bad for the physical health of the person, but can also turn into a deep depression. It is important to observe and find the true reason for our anger and change the tactics we use with double intention. The responsibility is ours, and if we proceed as people with social maturity, not only can we, but it is our obligation